Hi, it's lovely to see you all. It's raining really heavily. I'm in the south of England and the weather is absolutely awful. For a long time, I've wanted to escape situations like this. I don't like the rain. I mean, nobody likes the rain, do they? But I wanted to escape my life every day. You know, in my head, I'm somewhere else. In my head, I'm making another life that never comes to fruition. I never actually do anything about because I will have this dream. Today's dream is, and tomorrow's dream will be something else, and I never action it. And it's because I'm just seeking this thing, or I have been just seeking this next thing, this next escapism, but I seem to be stuck in the situation I'm in, not being able to escape from it. But the more I experience the love of Jesus, the more I realise that actually it's okay to be where I am and actually to be in the moment. And I know that's a bit of a cliche, spend your life in the moment, you know, you've got to live in the moment. I haven't been able to, because for me the moment has been so intolerable.
I'm sorry I got interrupted during the last little bit of filming. I was talking about being in the moment and how it's not always possible to be in the moment, and how I have previously needed to escape the moment that I was in because it was so intolerable. But maybe if I had found my way to God before, maybe the moment wouldn't be so intolerable, because I would feel safe in that knowledge and understanding that God loved me. So I would feel more safe. And I think that understanding comes from it's a podcast I was listening to the other day. I don't recall who it was with, but the chat was talking about how if that fear and anxiety stems from a disconnection with God. So I'm kind of transposing that into my own little way, and I feel that if you don't have a firm foundation of love where you feel like really safe, so these are like going back to childhood really, so if you don't have a firm foundation where you feel really loved and safe, then you find it harder to deal with tricky things later on in life. So my childhood was traumatic, and my adulthood has been very traumatic too, and I was in a situation I couldn't get out of, and you would think that it would be easy to leave, but because of the actual complexities of the situation, I couldn't leave. It wasn't a case of domestic abuse from a partner, which you can escape from. It was something more intricate and more complex. But in recent times, things have changed, and I'm now in a different headspace because there have been some actual physical shifts in my life. And it's those changes which is allowing me to have some headspace to kind of process what's happened during the last 48 million years. And I'm starting to understand that God loves me, and with that love I feel safe. So I feel safe to make decisions. So for a long time I've been procrastinating over stuff, like serious, like life things. I can't make any decisions, but it's because I've got this fear of making the wrong decision. But if God loves me, which I believe he does, then I'm always going to feel safe in his love. So any decision that I make, it doesn't really matter because God still loves me ultimately. So I've got nothing to prove, or nothing can go wrong because God loves me, and whatever I do, I'm not doing bad things, I'm just making decisions that might not work out. But whatever I do, God will still love me, so I can feel safe in the knowledge and understanding that I can make those decisions. Anyway, it's yeah, let me know what you think. Maybe you've had a similar experience, or maybe you haven't. Maybe you're on a completely different path. Maybe you can understand or appreciate, maybe something resonates. Perhaps it'd be really helpful if you could help me by making a comment, a kind comment, because we only do kindness here, because sometimes it's nice to have the feedback from other people. because this can be quite a lonely journey. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening and your day, or whatever time it is, and lots of love to you all. Bye.